The Curse of La Llorona. The Curse of La Llorona is a legend from Latin American history. Some say that this is a very mysterious truth. The story of the Curse of La Llorona dates back to the 17th century. La Llorona is a Spanish word that means the weeping woman or the woman who gives prayers. In a small village in Mexico, there was a poor, yet very beautiful girl named Marya. She was so beautiful that all the men in that village were fascinated by her beauty. One day, a wealthy nobleman passing through this village meets this person named Marya during his journey, and the nobleman fell in love with Marya in an instant, attracted by Marya's beauty. That nobleman, who stopped his journey and went to Marya, makes a marriage proposal to Marya. Marya, who lived a very poor life, not only likes the marriage proposal of that nobleman, but also falls in love with him. Although not only Marya's family but also the village were surprised by the marriage proposal that Marya received, the family of that nobleman did not like the marriage. After a short time they get married. They also build a very comfortable house near the small village where Marya lived. After some time, 2 twins are born to these two who spend their time very happily. Some legends say they are both boys, but other legends say they are a girl and a boy. However, Marya and he are having a good time with the children. But Marya realized that her husband does not love her as much as before. The nobleman who was Marya's husband had to go far away from home because of his business activities. Sometimes he came home after weeks. But one day he did not come home again. Marya searched everywhere to find out what happened to him. But Marya could not find any information about him. Time passed, not only days, weeks but also months. But he did not come back. A few years later, Marya was walking with her 2 young children along the banks of the river that flowed through the village they were in when she saw a horse-drawn cart belonging to a very rich man. In that chariot was none other than the nobleman whom Marya had married. Not only that, there was an unimaginably beautiful young woman in that horse carriage. He stopped the horse cart and came to Marya's 2 children, petting the 2 children and talking to them. But he didn't care about Marya at all. At least he didn't look at Mary's face. Marya, who was waiting to see what had happened, lost her consciousness completely due to the hatred, anger and jealousy that arose in her heart towards him. After the horse cart left there, she drowned her 2 children in the nearby river. After a while, Marya realized what she had done, but it was too late. Both children were dead by then. Because of this, Marya's consciousness was so distorted that from then on, she continued to search for her 2 children by walking along the river bank. After crying for days and searching for her 2 children, Marya's body started to become stiff and thin because she did not get proper food and rest. After a few days she looked like a walking skeleton in white and crying. A few days later Marya dies with a lot of hatred, anger and sadness in her heart. According to Mexican folklore, after her death, her soul goes to the gates of heaven. There, she refuses to be given a reincarnation or life after death because she killed her children. The divine world tells her that if she brings the souls of her 2 children, she will be given a new life. Because of that, her hateful spirit comes back to that village. Since then, Marya's spirit has been crying and walking not only in the whole village but in all parts of the country looking for her 2 children. According to legends, those who have seen her say that she wanders in the evenings and nights in deserted areas chanting, "Oh, my children." Her weeping is so mysterious that people who hear that weeping have to die within a few days or suffer a very unfortunate fate. Because of that, people in those countries say that if they hear such weeping, it is good for the body to stay away from it as much as possible. The wandering spirit of Mary seeks out lonely children and drowns them in the river in the hope that she will find the spirit of her children in them. For this reason, people in Latin American countries and South American countries do not send children out of the house after dark. However, some people say that this is a legend created by the people of those countries in the past to scare their children and keep them at home. But there are some reports that there are people who have seen her in person. There is a horror movie called The Curse of La Llorona, made by the makers of the Conjuring film series based on La Llorona. Check it out if you like.